Mhm.
All right. Jeez Louise. Another night with you people. Let's see how we're gonna make this. Star, you look beautiful tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, Star looks pretty good. Rebecca, you decided not to do your hair for this?
Free my barber. Free the jails.
No, I'm just saying, you knew you were coming on stream. Like one would have thought that you would have got your hair done and you would have.
It's done.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, where's my brush? No,
Do
I got to
you have a
brush this stuff.
brush?
I got a nigga brush.
Yeah. Why you brush the hair?
I'll
Let me
use my
see.
fingers, my nails. Is that fine?
I think you should lick your hands and then pat it down.
No.
No.
I don't need to snap back.
Hold on a second here.
Hi, Star.
Hey, Becky. What's up, girl?
Not much.
All right, so let's talk about this event here because this was this I think this was a really good event.
You
It
and
was
the
it was a really good event. I wish more people came out, but the
Mhm.
crowd was there. The vendors were awesome. Um, what I liked about what I liked about the venue was the vendors. How
Mhm.
did you find all those vendors?
Um, I put up a post saying, well, when I first put out the flyer that, what is it? Save the date.
Save the date, right?
Egg hunt. Before I even said vendors were needed, people already hit me up like, "Hey, I've been hearing about your event, and I'm vending for you." Like they didn't care. They were like, "I'm vending. I've been wanting to come to your event. I'm vending." Some people are like, "I'm vending, and I want to play." So I also have a package deal for that too. The vendors get a package deal if they want to vend and play. So some of the vendors I really didn't know. People would just hit me up like, I know somebody that wants to vend for you. I have a few vendors. People would just hit me. These were some of these vendors were different than the vendors that I've had in the past that I didn't even know them. They probably heard of me. Everybody just heard of me, and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny today because I did a job fair at the Boston Hyatt
Regency.
Regency, and the donut lady was there, Chef Blue.
Oh, really?
And Chef Blue was like, "Yo, what's up? When am I coming on the stream?" And I'm all like, "Yo, Chef Blue, this is what I want us to do. We got to find a test kitchen, and we got to do the show, and we're gonna live stream
That's
her
dope.
making the donuts."
That's so dope.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
and
talking about.
like this platform really want to start showcasing Black female entrepreneurs and give them a voice. And the fact that there was a lot of females there that just started their business or
Yeah.
wanted to start a business, and you gave them the opportunity to actually take their idea and
Mhm.
implement it, because there was a lot of women there that was like, "Yo, this is my first time."
Yeah. It was 18 women vendors, and my I created a group chat, like getting close to the event. I created a group chat so that everybody can kind of get to know, who everybody was. That was lit. The group chat was lit. It was so positive, and I'm like, wow, wow. Everybody has something, everybody just being positive. Everybody was thinking of the weather. I'm like, keep it like let's get that weather over 70. We gotta keep thinking positive, because you might have one or two, three people talking about, oh, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. No, F that. Don't think that way. We gonna keep it up, think the weather. And Mike from Simply Hood, he was happy. He didn't care being the only man with all those women vendors, because he's like, women, he gave us all their props. Universal High, I think it was that she talking about Blue. She's vended for me before in the past. There was a few other vendors that are like stick with me every year, and they want to vend every year. The lady that does the pinatas, sees wicked pinatas, she vends almost every year. Her family is the truth. They really are some good supporters. Um, she actually won the golden egg twice. This is her second time. Well, this year wasn't gold, but she's won. She found the egg this year, and I thought it was dope. Everybody showed up. All the vendors basically showed up. There was probably like one vendor that couldn't make it, but it was nice, to see new vendors. And yeah, like almost every year there is a person that is brand new to doing something and never vended before. So to actually have them come out and get their feet wet, it's good because now people know about them. People gonna tell other people about them. Some people, a lot of people, the food vendors. I think some of the food vendors sold out. Some of them, so it was a lot of people. It was like over 70 people
Yeah,
that was there.
it was an amazing thing to see
Hmm.
so many women of color. I
Yeah.
got to be politically correct, right? Women of color actually doing their business and handling it, because I mean, this may sound a little crazy, but it just seems that when a woman starts a business, it's more for family, job security, and it's really to make it. Whereas, as a man, not most men, but we're doing it for the power, right? We want to be rich, we want to be powerful, we all want to be billionaires, and no matter what we have to do it, if that means really not being at home, and I'm guilty of that too. We're overworking, but it just seems that the female entrepreneurs that we were speaking to, they were doing this as a way to be more family oriented, and I think that was amazing. And what I would love for you to do is for you to tell the women in the group chat that we would like to have one of them a week for the next 18 weeks come on and
Yeah.
talk about their business.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll give them all the information and.
Yeah, because I think that would be great. So we
Mhm.
have a young lady here, Miss Douglas. I mostly, I most definitely enjoyed myself and the marshmallow competition. Could you, Rebecca? Now, women out there, this is something that you could lose. Okay, this is a game where women can lose. You don't have to win this one. You don't. You could definitely sit this one out. And we just have a clip because I wanted to vomit videotaping this. I and there's a woman vomiting right there, and I had to turn the camera away.
That's my sister with the ponytail right there. That's my older sister right there with the pink lace on. She was vomiting too.
Yes, I am terrified to even look at the footage. I haven't looked at the footage yet because no, 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 no. If you watch other people's lives or stories, my head was turned filming that. Where did you come up with that nonsense?
It was something. It was a game I learned being in dealing with sex industry, like selling toys. So when I first started, they were telling us the little games that you can play, like icebreaker games. So this is a game that I play when I just took it and just keep doing it because it's fun as hell. And I play it when people book me. So when people book me for toy parties, bingo nights, or whatever, I'm like, okay, people don't know what's going to happen until they see the marshmallows come out. Like, what's going on? There's other games that I have with the mouth, but I'm like, marshmallows is better since I didn't really want to deal with popsicles that day. They just melt and not the right freezer temperature. So I'm like, we're just going to do the marshmallow game.
What is the most marshmallows you've ever seen a woman put in her mouth?
I think it was like 16.
And we got up to what, 15? Did we get up to
No,
15?
I think didn't we get up to like 10 or 11? I thought it was
No, no.
no 13.
No, I think we got higher than that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think we got higher than that. It was like fluff drool coming out the side
And
of
then
some.
the lady who was shaking while still shaking, they were like, Becky, stop. She's shaking. She's trembling. I'm like, she still got a hole right there in her mouth and she keep going. Like, stop that. What?
Yo, the woman was trembling.
Her whole body was trembling while she was just so it's like a mind thing. Think about it. Like, like it's just a visual of, giving head and like the white shit coming down the sides of the throat, the mouth and shit, so it's like, that's why I always be like, men should be at my parties. Like whenever people book, this is not just for the ladies. Like I got stuff for the men's to entertain the men's too. I got games for the guys too. But I was just like, let me just go ahead and do this.
I'm
I
sh-
huh?
I'm shaking. What games you guys got for the men?
Have a party, Bobby.
You
Have a
know,
toy party.
we're thinking about doing a brunch. We should have you come down and do your thing.
That sounds good. All you gotta do is let me know the day.
Wait a second here. Yo, so we got up to 15 marshmallows.
15, okay. Yeah, the
15
most
marshmallows.
was like 16. Yep, the most. So it was almost there.
I ate them. So,
Hmm?
Douglas, were you in this? Were you in this contest? She said she was in the contest. You were eat. Oh my
Oh,
god.
what did she have? Oh, wait. Is that Trifina? Because I can't see
Yes.
the comments. Oh yeah, Trifina was the one. Trifina was the one right there with the white hat on.
Oh my god. Trafina's out of control. Trafina. You gotta have Trafina on because I don't know.
How do you add her?
Oh my god. Trafina was. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. That was crazy.
I'm just trying to wait for my food to get here. That's all. I'm trying to wait. What time is it? Okay, it's coming in like 7 minutes. All right, that's cool.
Yeah, Trafina says she was the last one standing.
It was her and Ciara,
Ugh.
the girl that does the pinatas. It was her and Ciara because I gave them both some, I think.
And there it is. There is the bag bar. Star, do you have any questions?
Why do we still have this paused?
Questions? So how long have you been doing the egg hunt?
7 years, but COVID stopped me 1 year, so it would have been 8 years, but 7 years doing this adult egg hunt.
How long you plan on doing it?
I don't know. Like I'm trying to reach it to the 10th year, 10, 15, because it might morph into something else. So,
Right.
but this space that I have, the space that I get like this is perfect for it. Like it's dope. This year, I was tempted to bring out the grill and wanting to start grilling burgers and glizzies real quick, but I'm like, you know what? Nope. Let me leave the food to the vendors and have them do it. But this was this event right here. I mean, this little game right here that got everybody was drawn to it. Like, oh my god,
Yes, that was crazy.
So how was the process of getting the space?
you have to get a permit. So you have to get a permit because I knew I was going to have over 50 people. Even when it's under 50 people, I still get a permit because I don't want any problems. So I get a permit. I make sure I have somewhere for them to use the bathroom. If I can't get it, then people always do ask, "Hey, what's the nearest porta potty and stuff like that." But that's it. I'm very careful when it comes to promoting the stuff and the vendors. Like when there's always like a vendor fee. So basically, I promote a vendor based on when they pay. So if somebody pays me first, like 1 year, all the infused vendors paid me. So I had like 6, 7 different infused vendors because they all sold something unique. So it's not like everybody just sold Rice Krispie treats. Everybody has something unique to bring to the table. So why wouldn't I not accept all seven of them if they,
Right.
they all bring something different? So yeah, they're the first ones that paid. So then that's why everybody's like, oh wow, that's all just that. But this year, a lot. Okay, every time I do this, everybody thinks that everything is infused. I'm like, I know I smoke a lot, but I like weed infused stuff and non-infused food. So just don't think that just because the food is there that it's all weed infused. Some people there were like, oh, I can't eat the food. I'm like, why not? And they're like, because it's weed infused. I'm like, no, it's not. Like y'all didn't get the memo. Nobody's been paying attention to the promo. Everybody's on Facebook because I hardly I promoted it with my flyers. I had only got like 200 flyers. I only gave out like 150 flyers, but the most was from everybody sharing on Facebook, Snap, Instagram. I'm sending messages to people, word of mouth, and it worked. And for some reason this year, I felt like I didn't really do that. I didn't really go too hard with promotion because it seemed like the vendors they were pushing it themselves too. And I'm like, okay, everybody's on point. People that weren't able to come, they were making sure that they shared it. A lot of people just knew about it. People were like, oh, I seen this flyer already. I already know about this. I'm coming. I'm like, oh, you are? So it's good to hear. And I'm like, wow, like, all right, it's getting out there. Because everybody talks about the musical chairs, so I guess everybody's now going to talk about the marshmallow game. So
Yeah, the musical chairs was crazy. Could you explain to me why black people don't know how to do musical chairs?
I don't understand why nobody listens. Like, if I say don't sit, don't sit,
Yeah, but,
or be
here's the
careful
whole
of the
thing with
chairs.
musical chairs. Musical chairs, I mean, for people that's watching, musical chairs is a thing where you play the music, the DJ stops, then everybody tries to find a chair. I don't understand why that's such a hard thing to get done.
That was so hard. I'm sitting here like, okay, like, bro, can y'all listen? I didn't have no voice the next day. But
Wow.
that was fun. I did 16 people, 15 chairs. But the bunnies were just supposed to be distracting them, but they were trying to sit, and I'm saying like, no, do over. Like bunnies don't sit down. Like
Oh, so you had your staff that was the bunnies. They were just supposed to walk around the chairs
and distract
and
y'all from
distract them.
sitting, but they not supposed to sit. So I'm sitting here like, okay. Then I gotta call people out on the mic, like my blue bunnies, pink bunnies. If you're a bunny, if you're one of the bunnies, get the fuck up off the seat. Like, get up. You're supposed to only distract, not to sit. So that was fun though. It was fun. Everybody had their time to, run around and you're active. So everybody's not just standing around at the event that I'm doing.
What happened?
Everybody's not just standing around. So,
All right,
what just
Rebecca.
happened? Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can still see you. All right, Rebecca. Thank you so much for coming on.
I am
I will
participating in
call you
successful musical chairs
tomorrow.
since 1900s.
I will call you tomorrow. We got to talk about how we're gonna start rolling out this video.
Oh my God!
What? What happened? Jesus Christ! What
Can
is
y'all hear
going
me?
on there? I know it's tough. The internet's tough. Internet's very tough.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
I don't know why I can't hear y'all.
All right,
We can hear you.
we can hear you. YMCA. You know what I'm talking about. Y. All right, there she goes. Let's see if she comes back. There she is.
All right.
All right, Rebecca, give us a sign off because we're about to go into another segment here.
All right, my fault. My fault. I was trying to
What's
ignore that call. That just must have.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
What's new now before we head to our next segment? What are you working on, and what's the next well, the next no. Here's your next project. Your next project is to contact the 18 vendors, and let's get one vendor on
A
next
week.
week.
Okay.
Let's get them a week, and let's give them some promotions. And I could play. So basically, let's talk tomorrow,
Hmm.
and I can send you which I can clip the videos up, send you the videos, and then we can have that video rolling in the background while we interview them.
That's
Because we,
fine with me.
yeah, because we definitely want to push female entrepreneurs.
No problem.
All right, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you. I can't wait to see the.
Did you see the photos?
No, because you didn't send it to me, Bobby.
Well, the photos is on Shakes' Live.
Oh my God. Like, you're supposed to just send them to me first.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you're not working with me. See, you're not listening to me, Bobby.
Everybody says I don't listen. My daughter says I don't
Oh
listen
my
to her
God. I
either.
thought I didn't listen. Like,
Hold on a second here. Let me
just,
see.
just make sure you send me the link.
I'll send you the link tonight.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. We can actually view the photos right here.
Oh,
Hold on.
really?
Hold on.
Yeah, so I had like 10 bunnies. Yeah, 10 bunnies running around. I had 3 cop bunnies and the rest were pink bunnies.
Hold on. I can't type with this bunny head on.
How you doing? Good. Rebecca? Yep. Here you go, mail. Thank you. Got the pen? 5965. 5969. 5965. 65. Perfect. All right, thank you very much. Yep.
All right, here we go.
It's nice outside.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. You move this over here. And there we go.
Oh, I can't wait to love it.
It was a great event.
That was great.
Was great.
That was great. This is dope.
What is that right there? Is that a rubber?
Let me see. Click on it. Zoom in.
I can't. What is this thing right here? What is
That's a
this right here?
bullet.
Bullet, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with that?
You can put it in the panties. You can put it under balls. You can put it on nipples. You can, it's a little buzzer.
Oh, okay.
You can even put it in the panty pocket.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is where we got the idea from. So me and Nora, we saw this bunny head, and we were trying so hard to buy the bunny head off this woman, but she wouldn't sell it to us. I go, yo, how much you want for this bunny head? And she wouldn't sell me the bunny head. She wouldn't. She goes, she need it for her kids. I go, yo, listen, we'll pay for it. So Nora, who was doing the interviews, she went and we got a bunny head for the show. So
And that selfie frame is like 5 years old.
I know. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah. So Toya minus did that for me. Did 2 for me. Yeah, see, she was one of the winners.
That's one of the winners.
And he had the most eggs, and she got the egg.
There's
Yeah.
beautiful Nora.
I know, right?
Hi, Nora. Oh my God.
Oh my God. What
Yo, why were you having a heart attack over the eggs, Rebecca? Like, what was that about?
do you mean?
You like having
Because
a panic
listen,
attack.
because people, there was stuff in the eggs. And the thing is, I don't understand how people are not mindful of where they're stepping. Like, you have all these eggs around you and y'all have tunnel vision. Just be mindful of the eggs. Every time I heard one, I know I heard one and it hurt my heart. Every time somebody stepped on one,
Yeah, that's crazy.
it hurt my heart. But for the most part, meaning this is the best way to actually do cleanup. So to tell people to pick up every single egg was beautiful because they don't know what's in it. So they might feel it and think that it's nothing in it, but there was really stuff in it. Like all the nips. I'm not putting them in no eggs no more.
No, because people just step on
Because
them and break
people,
them.
no, they don't step on them, break them. They pick them up and take them.
Oh, I mean, what else are you gonna do with a nip?
But wait until I say 3, 2, 1, go.
I know. I thought I saw Putty Cat. What are you gonna do? All right, Rebecca. I will call you tomorrow.
Okay.
And yes, let's start getting these black females starting next week. Get them on just for a couple of minutes. Let's talk about their business, and then we can have the video in the background.
All right.
Thank you so
That's
much.
beautiful.
Love you.
Thank you.
Oh, we love you. You know I love you.
I love y'all.
Thanks for
All
Bye.
coming
right.
on, girl.
Bye. All right. Thank
Your face looking a little round.
Face look a little round.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have like an oval face, not round.
Right.
You gotta
So
lay off them cookies. Oh my God.
you see this woman, Jamie. Is that how you pronounce that?
Hmm?
You see this woman right here that's been commenting, Jamie. She's in the comments.
Johnny May?
Johnny May.
I think.
Let me tell you about Johnny May. Okay. Johnny Marr. Is that how you pronounce it? Johnny Marr. I don't know. Okay, let me tell you about her. This has to be over 15 years ago. 15 years ago. She said to me, yo, there's going to be American Top Model casting. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go. And I went out there and we did it. And that video footage was then played on Women Gone Wild. Cool. The next event, Johnny May. I said, Johnny May, what you doing tonight? She goes, nothing. I go, do you want to go to New York with me? She goes, fuck it, let's go to New York. We drive to New York. Queen of the Sea. And this is why Johnny May has to come on the show when we do the Mobay link up. This woman right here has known Marvin longer than Tasha Michelle has. No. I'm telling you.
Don't start nothing.
I'm just letting you know. Me and Johnny May, and this is probably Marvin's maybe a couple of times coming to America. Me and Johnny May were inside the friggin' venue. This dude climbs on top of the speaker box. He has a girl on her back, foot open. He places her on the floor. He climbs up the speaker box and he thinks the drop ceiling can hold him. So he's crawling on the drop ceiling. He falls through the ceiling.
How did
and
he even get on the drop ceiling?
He crawled up on the speaker box.
I know, but isn't the drop so he opened like one of the drop ceiling and went in there?
Yeah.
Why would he ever think that could hold him? If all the drop ceiling can move that easily, those things are so light and thin. That's crazy.
So he's in the ceiling now. And he's trying to crawl to the woman to drop out. I forgot the name of the dancer's name. But before he could reach her, the whole ceiling of the club tear down. No, Star. I'm not when I said the whole ceiling of the club tear down, the whole ceiling of the club tear down. Because you got to understand, it's just these little rods, and they're all connected. So when one went, and as he's falling out of the ceiling, I catch the picture. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh, he was a diamond. Okay.
It was, oh, see, she knows more
So
than I did.
he fell too,
Star.
and the ceiling fell on diamond.
Ceiling fell on Diamond. Listen, Star.
Somebody call an ambulance.
Star. Johnny May was picking up the ceiling tile to find Daima.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
He could have, because the metal poles were sticking up out of the floor, right? He could have impaled himself. He could have killed himself.
That's crazy.
He could have killed himself that night.
So who paid for that?
Look at that. What did she say? Ceiling falling everywhere. So
That
everybody.
doesn't sound like, that's crazy. I don't.
So everybody in the club is running because the ceiling is falling.
I have so many questions. I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, he could not have gotten paid after all of that. Well, he got his deposit, but like, who was liable? Like,
So here's the thing. So shit. She said shit looked like a bomb drop. It looked like the club exploded. Like there was.
I'm trying to imagine what that looks like, but because it just sounds so crazy.
Right. So I edited the photos. And I uploaded them to bobbyshakes.com because I think either me and Johnny May, I think we either went to the Apple store to edit the photos or I had my laptop. So we were staying at the promoter's house that threw the show. So I'm editing the pictures because, I got to get this on the internet because this shit is just crazy. I get it on the internet, posted it. So we're driving back to Boston. What time are we driving back to Boston, Johnny May? We're probably driving back 6 or 7 in the morning. I get a phone call from Drew, and he is pissed off. The photos went. No, there was an Apple store there. There was an Apple store in New York at that time. There was an Apple store, but yeah. Yeah, all right. So I had to edit the photos on my laptop. We're driving back to Boston, and Drew calls me, the promoter. I was like, yo, Bobby, I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm like, yo, what happened? He goes, the photos went viral to the point where.
The city saw it?
No, the promoter saw it. Somehow.
But I thought the promoter.
I mean, the owner of the place.
Oh, but wouldn't they have known anyways?
No, because they weren't there.
So he didn't plan on fixing it? Like,
listen. So we're driving back to Boston. Word got out to the owner of the club that the ceiling was tore down, and they were having a baby christening at 10 o'clock.
Oh, shit.
My boy Drew had to hire because what he wanted to do, he was just going to take the money from the show and pay a contractor to come in and just fix the ceiling.
But they got a booking, so.
Right, but the booking's probably at 12:01, baby Christian hour. You could have a couple of guys in New York hang up the drop ceiling. So that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to repair the full ceiling without the owner of the club knowing. But because our pictures went viral, they found out, and then she went down to the club, and the woman almost fucking fainted when she walked into the club. The whole ceiling of the club is on the floor.
I bet you. Yo, anybody that booked it after that, they probably. Yo, oh, that's crazy.
That was it. That was more than crazy.
That was crazy.
And that was the dance that bust Marvin globally. After that, I got to find those pictures because you've never seen anything like that before in your life. The man coming out of the ceiling and he's scared shitless. He's about to shit himself as he's falling out the ceiling, and Daima foot up, ceiling in her mouth. He fall down on top of her. People are. You ever see like an earthquake? You ever see those Red Cross earthquake videos where people are digging through the rubble and they're like,
Yeah,
"Yo, I see an arm, I see an arm," and they're digging through the rubble to find a body? That's what we're doing with Diamond. We're just digging through the rubble trying to find a body, and we just see a hand out of the drop ceiling. That shit was absolutely crazy. It, Dusty. It was a women had asbestos in their face because I don't know what the fuck was in that ceiling. People,
asbestos. That's crazy. What?
w-
Bobby,
in,
that party sound real dangerous.
yo, I gotta find the photos. I gotta find the photos. I gotta find. I don't know where the fuck those photos are, but let me tell you something. When you see those photos and people running and they have dust, it looked like, and I don't want to take this any lightly, but it looked like 9/11 inside of the club. People running with dust on their face, people spitting out insulation. because your mouth is open, right? So you're
You said it was nice though. How was that nice? That sounded crazy.
yeah, it was nice until it was because everybody's like with their mouth open.
You know, that would have made me not want to go to no more events where he was performing because I'm like, he's gonna do something crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Marvin could do anything more crazy than that.
Now I'm worried. Like, what is he gonna do in Unity?
Um, well, I mean, I don't think Marvin can undo that.
Unity is real strict.
Yeah,
You want
and
them
Marvin is
old ladies a heart attack over them.
yeah, and Marvin is older now. Like Marvin is this was Johnny May. How
What
many
did you
years?
see him in the other day in what was it? DMV? What area? Yeah, in the DMV.
No, what was he doing?
He was performing. He was dancing at somebody's birthday party. He was pouring. He took ice from out of the freezer and poured it all over the girl. Like he was doing a lot. It was hilarious. But he kept taking all the ice out and pouring it all over her while they was dancing. They went like behind the bar, like they had like a bar at the party that was behind the bar, and whatever he could find, he was throwing it on her. Yeah,
Yeah, he's yo, Johnny May, how many years ago was that? It has to be over 15 years. So if he's 30, he was I mean, that he was a young kid. Marvin was a young kid when that
he's
happened.
not 30.
How old do you think he is?
He's like 40.
Okay. Yeah, so he was a young kid. So he was like 20. Because 15 years ago, 15 years from 50 makes it is how old am I? Johnny man, how many years ago was that? I need to
If
know.
he's 40, 15 years ago, he was 25.
She said early 2000s. Like, what do you say? 2005? What are you thinking? 2008? Because 2001 was 9/11, right? Yeah, so it had to be Oh,
That sounds like
20 years ago? Damn. Probably 20 years ago. If it's 2005.
yeah. He's probably closer to Tasha Michelle's age, maybe.
Yeah, she said
Oh,
4.
I know he's at least 40. He's not younger than 40. So
Right. So he was what? He had to be like what, 25 back then?
yeah, mid-20s somewhere.
Big 20s. Crazy. But Johnny May, once we do the Mobe link up, you gotta come on. Because I think me and you are the only two living survivors from that event. I don't know how many people died during that event. We're the
Oh,
only two.
God. Why would you even say that?
I don't know. Oh, she's 43. So how old, yeah. I was in my early 20s. So you were like what, 21, 22?
Yeah, so he had to be around the same. He's probably like 21, 20.
Yeah, me and Johnny May, we were up and down. It had to be like 2008 because that was the whole who owns the dance floor and Pasa Pasa and all of that shit. Hot Mondays. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Long. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old. All right, Star. What are we gonna do now? Roland, we're gonna talk about this cranium.
Cranium.
Cranium. So I don't understand. Do you think I wasn't clear in my messaging in the group chat? When I
Mm,
was telling people what's going on with the tickets and I need to know the names and all that. Was I not clear in the cranium?
no.
What you mean no?
I mean, you had to, because it was also the timing. You gotta understand, Bobby, we're women. You cannot, all right, you can't say, hey, we're going here tomorrow at 5, and then on the day at 12, say, change of plans, um, it'll just be me. And then come back at 3 or 2 and say, oh, back to the original plan. 2, 3 hours already passed since 12 o'clock. That's already out of my mind. I'm probably doing something else. And it takes a lot of time for us to get ready. So it's like, it's not that simple.
Yeah, but how do you even how would I can't even prepare for that because I'm just getting the information real time. So when I'm getting it real time, I'm just telling y'all real time.
I know, but it's just the group chat. Sometimes you got to check back in. You'll just write a message, drop the message, and then you're out. You're not like checking to see if everyone really read it. You know what I'm saying? So the last minute stuff, it doesn't really work with women,
If she said my
especially this group of women. It's even worse. So
I guess it's even worse. Bobby
yeah,
will call you minutes of you think you'll. Yeah, I mean, but you got to understand. This is when I'm getting the information. Like
we're
I got.
we're not the type to just throw something on and roll out.
Oh
Even
man.
if we're just meeting real quick, it's not gonna happen.
So I,
So
yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work.
I don't know. You're gonna be waiting for us.
It's tough.
That's what it is.
I mean, it's tough because the promoter's like, yo, he called me at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's like, yo, send me the names. So I sent the names. And then I called him back. I was like, yo, did you get the names? He said, there's no excuses. I've been telling you this for a decade. Yeah, but I'm not in control. I'm not in control of the venue. I'm not in control of the guest list. I have to move when somebody tells me to move. So I can't.
But
Yeah.
why the change in the number of passes?
So I guess what happened was there was a guest list snafu. Because what was supposed to happen was they were supposed to do the meet and greet. Like the meet and greet, the people that was on the podcast were going to go to the meet and greet. That was supposed to be a meet and greet scheduled.
Mm,
And then for some reason,
that
the
didn't
meet,
happen.
the meet and greet didn't happen, or they gave us a limit on the people that could go to the meet and greet.
Mm.
So because they gave a limit to the meet and greet, that's when he called me back and was like, "Yo, listen, I only could get one person in." And then it was just fair. It was just fair for me to give the person that called me first, were you, to say, "All right, you," because you replied first. And then he called me back, was like, "Oh, okay. The meet and greet is back on, and I could get 3 people in, and I could get everybody a press pass." So that's when I sent into the group chat, "Yo." So then when I got to the venue, they gave me a press pass and they gave me a ticket. I was like, "All right, cool. Now I got 4 tickets."
And you never checked in
No,
to
I
say,
checked in.
hey. No, you just sent the message and then left it.
So what am I supposed to do? Like call you guys on the phone?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
what's the sense of text messaging then?
Not everybody read their text right away. But
Oh
a
my
phone
God.
call, you're more likely to hear the phone ring than to hear your phone go off for a text message.
All right. What do you think about the Cranium show? We discussed that for 45 minutes. What did you think about it?
So I had a great time at Cranium. The show was fun. I had a good time. His performance, even though he was sick, it was really good. I was singing all night. I liked how interactive he was with the crowd when he had the girls come up, do their little thing. We had like a little intermission. So, and I wish more artists would do that because I feel like if, especially the new artists, if they can only perform for what seems to be an average of 15 minutes, I'm always thinking, I'm always thinking like, why can't they fill in the time by just interacting more with the audience? Pulling some girls on stage and talking to them or making them dance or whatever. Like that's just so simple. That literally could take a whole 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes right there to draw out the show and make it more entertaining and more fun. So I was really happy he did that. That's my first time seeing Cranium. The performance was an hour. Like then he came back for encore. He took song requests. Like I've never been I've never been to a show like that where an artist I'll hear about like hip hop or American artists doing stuff like that at their events, but for a Caribbean artist, they don't do stuff like that. It's like they come on, they do what they gotta do, they get off and they're out. So like I really appreciated that. It was really fun. I don't know, there's just so much more I can say. I was on stage, I got to that was my first time being on stage with an artist while they're performing, so that was really cool. I never used to care about stuff like that, but getting the opportunity to be up there, I liked it. It was really cool. So now I'm gonna want to be on stage all the time, Bobby, because the experience was so fun. The people that was on there, the guys, it was really fun. You know, I had a good time. Great show, great experience. So loved it, and he sounded just like the record. Um, You want to hear more? Because I could go
Yeah,
on.
go on, go on. Let's go on, go
Oh,
on, go on.
I thought he was gonna say something. I don't
No,
know.
go ahead, go ahead.
Um, yeah, the show was just it was just so cool. He took selfies with like all the girls that stayed behind after the show ended, like in the front. He went, took pictures, selfies with all of them. Um, I got to go backstage. I got to take pictures backstage with him. I got to bring my girls with me, so it was a good night. It was a great night. Like it was a show that I'm probably always gonna remember because you don't get a lot of these experiences. Like I don't know. Usually, like after the show and trying to get to an artist is usually like very hostile, but this was just like this was a nice, cool, smooth process. So yeah. Shout out to the promoter for putting it together, that way. So, and thank you to whoever gave me the press pass, so it was great. I really enjoyed it. It's awesome. So, I was always a fan of Cranium, but now I'm a bigger fan. Like, I can't wait to see him again. Like, he can come back to Boston again, and I will be there, front row and center.
What made you what I mean, Ingenious Concepts who brought their show, their tagline is it's better to see it live. Why is it better to see it live? Like what was the connection that you had with Cranium that made you a fan of Cranium?
Just his personality. Like, I don't know. Just his personality, the fact that he can actually really sing, like he sounds just like the record. Um, yeah, basically that was it. I just really enjoyed the performance. So I wasn't bored at any time. So, and even the opening act, Nesta, he did pretty good. He has a great voice. He has some really good songs, so I enjoyed that part as well. And he's really down to earth as well because I got to talk to him for like a couple minutes. So we took some pictures. I need to post my pictures from the show as well. So, but yeah, it was good. It's a good show. Definitely one to remember.
I think what makes Cranium a good artist, and this is gonna sound pretty crazy, he's a Jamaican that isn't a Jamaican.
What do you mean by that?
Um, he doesn't have none of the bad Jamaican tendencies that other artists has. Like he's polished. He's he behaves like Cranium behaves like he's an American hip hop artist.
Okay.
He doesn't behave like a dance hall or he doesn't behave like a dance hall artist.
Well, is you think that's because he actually grew up here?
I don't know if I mean, it could be the fact that he grew up here and he's in New York and he's around the industry, and the industry has a way of molding people to be perfect
Right.
because he's around 50 Cent, Jay-Z, all the other Ja Rule. He's around all the other hip hop acts that's going on in New York City. And he's probably being invited to all those shows. So then he's just watching what these other people are doing. But Cranium is definitely a Jamaican that doesn't act like a Jamaican.
Mm.
And it's and here right now, this is the where the fuck
What's
is my
that?
video? Y'all never play my shit.
Oh, this is when they went back out. Oh,
This is
look
when
at
it
me!
came.
Just fast me real quick. Look at Neeks. Yeah, so this is when he went back out, and then he took the song request, and then he gave the mic to like different the girls in the audience, and they got to sing They got to sing each part of the song. Like that was cool too. Letting them sing. I wouldn't have been so brave, but because I heard my voice on my stories, I'm like, oh my god, that sounds terrible.
Tallest said, "Where the fuck is my video? Why y'all never play my shit?" Tallest, we played your video for 10 hours nonstop on stream.
We did.
For 10 hours, we dedicated 10 hours to Tallest. So we could never make Boston happy. Here we go. Where's the rest of the crew? I don't know, Nora. Where are you? You're home, Nora. You should be on here. Oh, here's Tallest now. Didn't I pay my money? No questions. This is what we're gonna do. Tallest.
I think he wanted played on the show, Bobby.
But Tallest got to come on the show.
I don't know. He been dodging us.
Yeah, he's been dodging us. Tallest been trying to come on the show, and he hasn't come on the show. Like Tallest, you're supposed to come on the show, and we talk about the show. That's what we do here.
Talk about the party, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we talk about the party here. Maybe it appears like he's having fun, actually fun, so it shows differently. That's true too. Maybe he loves what he's doing. Oh, here it is. Here's the women singing.
He's not at 100%. Remember that song. He's not 100%. Say a missing feature. Oh, that song never. We go for the sale.
Just the fact that he was sick.
Go back and request. We go for the sale, yeah.
Like this is after he performed for an entire hour. He came back out and did this after the performance.
Right. So yeah. So this is the encore.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be showing off, Bobby Shakes. Nora, you're like, we love you. Tallest is pissed off at us. Tallest, why are you pissed off at us, Tallest? Also, too, Tallest, right? Tallest, we recorded the audio and we played the audio on stream. We dedicated 20 hours to Tallest. 20 hours. No one's ever got that coverage. And the man's batting me up right now. Everybody's batting me up right now. Even Nora's batting me up right now.
Did you tag him in the stream?
Of course.
Oh.
Look at this one. Let's hear how this one is singing.
She's a yes, different that she cares. She's a special woman, I swear. And she loves me, yeah. Can I use that blue? Don't know what you did to me. Rocking until the moon. Spaceship in a cruise. I know what you want.
Yeah, I just think he's a polished artist. He's definitely a polished artist.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about the show was there was actually how many people you think from the dance hall circle in Boston was actually at this show? I saw maybe 5 people.
I would say 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
Maybe.
And this is what I was saying.
I didn't see everyone upstairs, so.
Right. Yeah, we didn't see anybody upstairs, but the people that was here was a very.
Yeah, I didn't see that many people that I actually knew. So, yeah. Definitely none of the regulars was really there. It's just maybe some girls.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing because now we know that it shows us that we have to start promoting outside of our circle, because there's definitely people that wants to come out and listen to dancehall music.
I just love it when we inside. All night like an animal, cause I been trying, yeah. If you wanna get inside.
Hardcore dancehall people
What
that
happened?
I said yesterday when you was talking about the 20,000 hardcore dancehall people that don't come out to like our events
Right.
that are in Boston. This video kind of like you're able to kind of see what you're talking about now because they can see the crowd and see how different they look. But these people love dancehall, and they was playing like real dancehall music, and everybody was singing and dancing and having a good time, and they knew the words. So
Right. They knew Whites, they knew the Sizzler, they knew obviously they know the Cartel, but all of the one drops that was being played, they were singing it word for word. So this to me kind of lets me know, like, how do we reach out to these people? Is it the venue why they're not coming out? Like, what is the reason why we can't? Because think about it, right? There was this show was sold out. And I like what they did with Kranium, because I think they're setting, I don't know if Kranium knows this, but they're setting him up. So what they did was they took him out of the House of Blues and then they put him in the Paradise. And the Paradise is just a smaller club. What they're going to do next with Kranium, they're going to put Kranium in the House of Blues. And I think Kranium will be back possibly in the fall. And then what they're going to do is then they're going to put Kranium in the pavilion down the seaport. So basically they're testing Kranium right now. They're testing Kranium in the market. And this is what a lot of, and this was the problem with Buju. And this is why Buju failed, because they didn't test Buju in the market. So they're testing Kranium in the market. So, okay, all right, cool. Can you pull 1,000+ people? That's easy. All right, fine. Now what we're going to do is we're hopefully that you're going to go out on the road. We're going to collect some steam. And then eventually what we're going to do is now we're going to see is how quick would it take you to sell out the House of Blues? And then if you get,
go ahead. Sorry, no, go ahead.
And then if he sells out the House of Blues quick enough, the next the next place for Kranium is the Pavilion. Here's your girl.
What's up? What's up, buddy? What's up?
For 10 minutes.
When you're drinking, then we are going. Vibes one night I forget. One thing. No, come on. Be that girl, party. I got you. Party. And the use one, yeah. That them for no. Be that girl, party. Walk a girl from uptown. This is the push on the dance. Sing, G. This is like one.
That was pretty dope.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so I think that's the next play for Kramer. I think we will see Kramer again in this market. We will see him at the House of Blues. And then if he sells that out quick enough, then we will see Kranium at the Fleet Pavilion, because they're doing the same exact thing with Kess. They brought Kess, they test Kess in the market at the House of Blues. The show went well. And then now what they're going to do is, let me see if I can bring Kess here. Hold on. And then what they're going to do is they're going to bring Kess to the pavilion. So I think that's
or Kranium.
Kess. Kess is coming to the pavilion.
Okay. Where is that?
That's the seaport.
There's a venue in the seaport, like a concert venue.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I've never been there.
This is, hold on a second. I'm gonna show you. And this is why, I mean, not because they're my boys, but this is why, Ingenious Concept just knows what the fuck they're doing, because they just don't bring artists. They test the market first. So this is Cass at the House of Blues.
He sold that out the last time, right?
Well, it wasn't sold out,
Or was
but
it?
he had a good crowd here. You can still see the top. The top is, so that's a good crowd.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was sold out, because from the video, I didn't go, but all the videos I saw, it looked like a packed house.
So basically, now what's going to happen is his next place is the. So you've never been to the Fleet Pavilion?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow!
But Cass comes here a lot. I think he comes like every year, right?
Right, because they're testing the market.
But it's not always the same person that brings him.
Well, the last time Kess was here, he was with Live Nation.
He was with
Ingenious Concepts.
Scopes.
Well, I don't know if he was with Scoops, but this one he was with Ingenious Concepts.
Yeah, he was here last summer at the City Hall.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you bring in, when you have to bring an artist to a venue that tracks ticket sales. And that's another problem with, I love it, and I'm not hating on anyone, but that's the problem when you bring an artist to Lido's. When you bring an artist to Lido's, there's actually no track of ticket sales. When you bring an artist to K's, Oasis, or Unity, there is no ticket sales that they could use in the computer to see where they're going to bring you next.
Well, if they have Eventbrite, doesn't that track the tickets?
No, it does, but it's Eventbrite. It's not the machine.
But it's still a record, you know?
Yeah, but it's not the machine. You know, it's this is how these people think. So what they do is now is they look at the ticket sales and they say, all right, cool. You did pretty good. You did pretty good in the House of Blues. We think now that we could move you to a 5,000 seated, 45 to 5,000 seated venue. Because Live Nation have a whole bunch of concert halls where they run their artists through. First, there's a place in Somerville. So if you're a new artist, and this is something that you new artists should, if you're listening, this is industry shit that you artists should to figure out. So basically what you want to do is you want to contact a buyer, a talent buyer. You contact the talent buyer at Live Nation, right? And what you could do is you could play the small venue in Somerville. If you sell that out.
What's the name of that one?
I forgot the name of it. But you could play the small venue in Somerville. Mm-hmm. And then you move from Somerville, you go to the Brighton Music Hall. And then once you do the Brighton Music Hall, then they move you down to the Paradise. And then once you do the Paradise, they move you down to the House of Blues. And then once you do the House of Blues, they move you down to the Pavilion. And then now Live Nation have venues all over the country, and that's how they position the artists. And that's how the artist is able to build a fan base. The problem with Buju is, and Cartel is a 1 in a million. You know what I'm saying? You know, like how you're sitting at home and you said, you know what, I'm gonna go underneath a mango tree, need a mango, and you get hit by fucking lightning. That happened to my mom.
Wow.
She went.
I didn't mean to laugh.
You know, I mean, yeah, you didn't know that. But my mom was eating a mango underneath a mango tree and she got shocked by lightning. Like, if you were to interview everybody in Jamaica and ask them how many times you've been electrocuted underneath a mango tree during an electrical storm, very small people. Mm-hmm. Right? So sometimes like Cartel is just lightning in a bottle. Like Cartel, there is so much, and I'm not hating Cartel, but there's just a lot of things going on with Cartel. Like there's Cartel. I have to see who Cartel is next year. He's locked up for 13 years. He's a brand new artist. So Cartel's a brand new artist because nobody's ever nobody. You have to be over 50 to see Cartel live. If you're under 50, unless you went to Jamaica, how the hell would you see Cartel live in America? The guy hasn't been here for 20 years. So if I'm 50, that means the last time I saw a Cartel, I was 30. So if you are 40 now, 20 years, you couldn't have, unless you had a fake
Yeah,
ID.
you could have seen it in New York. Come on now, Bob.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Definitely.
majority of the people, majority of Cartel fans have never seen him live. Majority of the Cartel fans, he's the boogeyman. This is the first time. Oh my God, Cartel. So Cartel had a lot of things going on, and he caught lightning in a bottle. And Cartel was going to be successful regardless if he went to prison or not. Because before he got locked up,
He was
he was
at the height. Yeah.
yeah. So Cartel was gonna Cartel. You never hear that phrase? Either pay me now or pay me later.
Mm-hmm.
That's Cartel. Cartel was gonna be big no matter what era, what decade. But
He has
not
a lot of personality. So.
yeah. But not every artist has that luck. Not every artist can get hit by lightning the way Cartel got hit by lightning and just shot. Buju now. If I was managing Buju, what I would have done was I would have had Buju play smaller venues. I would have Buju play smaller venues, build up a fan base, and then try and drop him in. So if I was Buju's management, I would have called Ingenious Concepts. And a lot of people are going to say, Bobby, you're just dick riding because those are your people. Here's Sherwin. I love Sherwin.
Blame Bobby Sherwin. He doesn't. He just.
I need a sketch. I didn't even know y'all alive.
88.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sherwin, we need you to hook up with Linky first. We're going to try and we want to do a recap video on Linky first tomorrow or sometime this week. So you're on the clock, Sherwin.
Bobby just do random things and just expect you to fall into place. So, he just lucky that I'm available.
I know. I mean, but so what was I saying?
You saying Buju, but Buju did play. I think they based that booking off of the shows that he did in New York.
What happened?
You were saying that you would have placed Buju in smaller venues first before bringing him to the Garden.
What I would have done was if I was Buju's manager, because remember, Buju caught lightning in a bottle in New York City. 2 nights back to back sold out. You got to understand that. Oh. No, I didn't random. No, I would have said to Buju, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the House of Blues across the country. Right? You did 2 shows in New York because what happened is the people that went to see Buju, they're from Boston, they're from Maine, they're from all over the place. So they all went to New York to see him. So then try and book the same exact show at the TD Bank North for 20,000 people. That's not going to work.
Yeah, he should have did like a 5,000.
House of Blues or the Pavilion.
The Pavilion would have probably worked best.
Because
they did sell, I think they probably did sell at least 5,000 tickets.
Right. So they could have put him in the Pavilion. Yeah. There it is. My aunt is listening. Thank God my aunt's on. Oh, thank God there's not a whole bunch of
Oh, why couldn't they have just switched the venue though? And switch the date and the venue?
What do you mean?
Why cancel the show altogether? Why not just once they see the numbers and it's not what they wanted to be, why couldn't they have just switched venues?
Because it's not like you could call. It's not like you could call Live Nation in the
Oh, because
middle.
that was Ticketmaster, right?
Well, it was done with their own promotional company.
Mm. But Ticketmaster does the Garden.
Well, Ticketmaster does everywhere. Ticketmaster and Live Nation have a little. I'm not going to say that. You know, Ticketmaster and Live Nation, you know, whatever. But I think if Buju was to do what they should have done was came to Ingenious Concepts and said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do House of Blues across the country. Right? We could do House of Blues across the country, see how that works. And then by the time we come back around, then we could start doing, because remember now, we want to build a fan base before Cartel comes out, because people in the industry knew Cartel was coming out. Because you want to watch. Yeah, they knew. I mean, you could just tell the way how Cartel's whole life is that the nigga didn't just jump out of jail and all the shit was in place. Like they knew the possibilities of him coming out. So they were strategically getting stuff in place. They didn't know the date, but they knew he was going to be free. And that's how, like, if you look at Cartel, it's like, it looks like he's just A, B, C, D,
Oh, he
E.
did say that because they started working on the alcohol in prison and the tours, some of the tours, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff, like the small island stuff, yeah.
So they knew. So the Buju camp also knew that Cartel was going to make a run for it too. So if I was the Buju camp, I would have went to do smaller venues. And then with the smaller venues now, by the time Cartel comes out, I'm doing 5,000 seat venues all over the country. Now, when Cartel is talking about doing Freedom Street, now I'm knocking out TD Bank Garden. I'm knocking out stadiums across because I've had some time to work the circuit. And I think that's Buju wanted over 7. Yeah, I mean, Buju's asking price was, I heard 500,000. Like Buju's asking price was, and I could never say a man doesn't deserve to get $500,000. I mean, he's a great artist. I'm never going to say it's like Pepper Pot last night said we should post flyers for free. You can never tell a man how much he should charge or what he's worth, right? If Buju said he wants $2 billion a show, he should get $2 billion a show. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But I think Buju could have worked it a lot better than the way he did.
Well, it's just that when it comes to dancehall, like when we see those numbers, to us we're like, whoa, like, you know, we're not used to seeing those big numbers. Besides Sean Paul, probably,
But here's the thing, though. Reggae Fest offered him $1.5 million for 2 shows, and he turned it down.
But isn't that the 700 that he's asking for?
Well, that'd be right. That'd be more.
A little bit more.
It would have been 1.4. Would have made an extra $1 million.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Buju, I wrote an article on this called it's on Shakes' Live underneath the blog. It's called "Boom Bye Bye to Reggae." Buju single-handedly almost destroyed reggae. He almost tore reggae down. Buju almost destroyed reggae. Almost destroyed it. What saved reggae and dancehall, whatever you want to call it, is Cartel. And that's why people say that's why he's the self-proclaimed king of the dancehall. Because what Cartel did is what Buju should have done. So now think about it. If Buju had laid the groundwork, right? And then put dancehall and reggae on the map. So now when Cartel comes out,
Just pass them the torch, right?
Pass him the torch. Now Cartel is making he's making money now, but now we're talking Cartel is making money.
All right.
Money. And me and Ingenious Concepts were talking about this, and the next tour. So Cartel Dancehall is back, right? Dancehall is back. It's been gone. It's been dead. Dancehall's officially
It ain't
back.
dead no more.
Yeah. Cartel is back. Now I want to see where dancehall is gonna go. Because
Who you
there's
think is
two.
next? Who's up next?
I'm
To
coming
get a
for
big
you.
show.
I'm coming for you. And there's a huge void, and no disrespect. Kranium, not Kranium, Valiant, Molydon, Croft, Skang,
Massacre.
Massacre, all of them dudes. And this is gonna sound crazy. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Before I say what I gotta say, hold on a second here. Let me line up my thing here. Let me line it up so people don't kill me. Let me line it up. I should have had it lined it up. Let me line it up first. I'm about to say something. This is a hot take. Gonna drive people crazy. But no disrespect to anybody. No disrespect to anybody. Okay. No disrespect.
King man, get to hype. You know it already, right? Glenn Devon, you the man NYC, you know it go down.
No disrespect.
King Midas of it all.
Massacre, Valiant, Croft, and the rest of them, Intense. All of those artists, they're placeholders for dancehall. They can't move the culture forward. They're just placeholders. I know this is a hot take. I know people are going to hear this and they're going to go fucking crazy. They're just placeholders. They were just something for us to listen to. It's like when you go to the restaurant and they're like, let me see the menu. I don't know what I want to eat. Can you bring out some bread and water? And they bring out bread and butter.
Oh.
No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. I think Massacre is.
I mean, maybe I don't know if Massacre should be on that list.
Let me finish. Let me land.
3-8 was a really good album.
Yeah. Massacre puts out dancehall classics. He puts out dance hall classics. But there's two people that's going to out the Cartel fire. Alkaline can't do it. The reason why Alkaline is set up because he's the anti-Cartel, right? If a lot of people don't like Cartel because they believe what he did is wrong and they don't want to fuck with him. So now they jump on the Alkaline because Alkaline's an anti-Cartel. If Bounty and Beanie puts on a tour together, Cartel is finished. It's over. You heard it here first.
I don't think so.
If those two, because if Bounty and Beanie,
that's two different types of shows. So
no, did you see them on YouTube over COVID?
Yeah.
If Bounty and Beanie can have a back and forth and they script it where you win one city, I win the other city. Bounty and Beanie together, we're talking a 3-hour show. That's 3 hours. The music that those two artists have, that would be dance hall's legit 50-state tour where they're just doing stadiums. They could do New York, they could do Boston, they could do Atlanta, they could do Miami, they could do Bounty and Beanie together. That's lights out, and that's the end of Cartel.
Cartel and Movado could just do a tour together, which I think he said he would do that. if it came down to it. So
Now,
that's two different sets of fans right there, you know.
no, they're the same fans, Bounty and Beanie fans.
Uh,
They could
no, not really.
they could coexist in a venue. They could. Talis finally agrees with me. Yo, Talis, this is where you come and get real dance hall information. But Cartel, and this is how I know Cartel is smarter than everyone. And it's not because he's doing all the shit, the rum, this, the that. He's on the streaming platforms with Kai Cenat. That's not why Cartel is smart. Cartel is taking the placeholders on tour with him. He's taking all the younger artists. So now when you go to a Cartel show, you're seeing a lot of the placeholders.
Damn, Bobby, use another word. That's just that
And
sounds respectful.
it's very and I'm not dissing anyone. I'm not dissing anyone, but
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I'm trying. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. It sounds like a disrespect, but I think it is what it is. I think if Bounty and Beanie, it's the tour because they have to fight Cartel because Cartel's a genius. Cartel is gonna bring all the young acts with him. So Cartel ain't playing no games. If you look at Cartel and you look at Buju, like when you look at Buju's biggest songs is with somebody else.
Right.
Buju should have Barris. Wayne Wonder.
Can you blame someone?
How could Buju try and sell out stadiums without Wayne Wonder and Barris? And I get it. Barris is old, so Barris like, nigga, I don't want to be fucking around with no. Barris has dropped down to smaller venues because he's just old and he's going through a lot of shit. But Buju should have came out with Barris, Wayne Wonder, and then that Buju fucked up.
Who did he bring with him on tour?
It was just him by himself, and he had some R&B dude. What was his name?
Yeah, Friday.
Friday.
I didn't get that correlation. I didn't get that match, that pair. I'm like, how did Friday? What was they trying to accomplish by adding Friday to the tour? I thought he would have added other reggae acts, That I don't know. So I didn't get that part.
I don't know.
And Friday's a good artist, so not to take away from him, I just didn't think like it went together.
Yeah, and we're not dissing anyone, but Cartel knows that Bounty and Beanie don't have their shit together, and I think once Cartel does the run, and he could sit down with Massacre because that's coming next. Valiant, Massacre, Croft, Cartel, that's coming. That's coming.
Did you see the lineup for the European show? That's already sold out.
What's the lineup for that?
That was pretty good. Hold up, I'm gonna tell you in a sec. I think off the top of my head that I can remember, he has Shensia, Jada Kingdom. They've never done a show together.
Right.
Then he has Tommy Lee.
There it is.
Chronic Law.
There it is.
Skilly Bang.
There it is. You see, I'm not crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was happening, but I knew that's what's coming.
Yeah.
I just know. I know the playbook. I know the dance hall playbook, and I'm 5 steps ahead of Cartel. I know what he's thinking.
Probably got Spice because him and Spice have really good chemistry. So
right.
A lot of people now are looking forward to what they're gonna do together on stage. Since the Barclays. So dang, I don't see the. Trying trying to find it. Yeah, but that show's already sold out. It sold out before the lineup dropped. So he dropped the lineup after he found out it was sold out.
Now, because Beanie could do shocking vibes, right? So let's say these two guys need someone. I wish I had. If I had influence and power, I would pick up the phone, call Bounty and Beanie, but yo, listen, this is what we're gonna do. Bounty, Beanie. Yeah, Gaza Slim on stage. They need to fix up whatever problems they got. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
No idea.
He's not talking about it. She's not talking about it. So it must be something where it's just done.
Yeah, I would call Bounty and Beanie back. Yo, listen, man. Because remember now, if Bounty and Beanie goes on tour, right? So you have Bounty and Beanie. Who else you got? You have Baby Sham. You have Idonia. You have Busy Signal. You could bring back the Scare Them crew if they got their paperwork. So now you have a legit lineup. You have a festival. That's a festival. Bounty and Beanie with their lineup, with the people that's underneath them, that's a festival. If you have Bounty and Beanie with their crew versus Cartel and his crew going on at the same night, I'm telling you, people are going to go watch Bounty and Beanie. Because you're getting Baby Sham, you're getting Idonia, you're getting Busy Signal, you're getting Elephant Man, you're getting the Scare Them crew.
Well, why do they need to be in competition, Bobby?
No, they don't.
That's the thing. We're always in our genre. We're always putting them against each other. Like everyone can coexist. Everyone can make money. Like we don't need to always put them against each other.
I don't know, but
they're all great artists. So,
they're amazing artists. Those two,
if they figure it out and work together, and space things out, like they all would be making good money. So.
Yeah, we need that. We need Bounty and Beanie to sit down and put together a tour. That's what we need, because Cartel is not stopping. Because you got to understand, Massacre doesn't need Cartel. Massacre is a standalone. But let me tell you something right now. Once the money start rolling in, and vibes could go to Massacre, be like, yo, boops, me and you, it's my lawn chair. Yeah, that's festival. That's festival shit. That's Coachella. That's reggae Coachella. You could book that shit in a desert, Bounty and Beanie. You charge fucking $4,500 to get into that shit. You have a live band, and that's it. And that's what Genius said to Kranium backstage. He said, yo, listen, man, you guys could do the DJ thing and it's cute, but Kranium needs to be touring with a band, because there's Cartel and his crew, and there's nobody else in reggae or dance hall that's moving. And Burning Spear finally woke up. Burning Spear is coming back on tour after retiring 5 times. Because you saw the fight. You saw what I sent you, right? With Burning Spear?
Yeah.
When is Burning Spear here? I sent you when is Burning Spear here? Burning Spear is here. Ziggy Marley and Burning Spear is here September 25th. We have Kess July 3rd. And we have J Boog. I didn't even read this. I thought it was just Stephen Marley. This is what I'm saying. This is why you come to this podcast, to get educated on dancehall. J Boog just played the House of Blues with Kess. He just played it. Now he's come. Huh?
Who's J Boog?
J Boog is a Hawaiian reggae.
Oh, okay.
Great artist. But he just played the House of Blues with Kess. He opened up for Kess. So now they moved J Boog to the Pavilion. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this fucking genre. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So oh shit. I can't read. Damon Marley, Stephen Marley with J Boog at the pavilion. That is July 27th. So I'm right. So they tested J Boog in the market. Now he's got the pavilion. J Boog is gone. You can't touch J Boog. J Boog is gone. He's out of here. See you later. Kess is fucking out of here. He's doing the pavilion. If he sells out the pavilion, then we will never see Kess again in this market. If he sells out the pavilion, you will never see Kess again, ever. Because then he's just doing stadiums. He's doing stadiums until the wheels fall off. Then you probably see him back at K's or fucking City Hall Plaza. Yeah. He's gone. The Celtics won? Who the Celtics playing? Yeah, Burn and Spear. Burn and Spear was like, you know what? I'm seeing what's going on. I'm coming back on the road because there's no band reggae out there. The only band reggae that's really moving is J Boog, and he's not even Jamaican. He's from fucking Hawaii.
Yeah, there's no reggae touring in the US right now.
Yeah,
I mean, Sizzla came, but he didn't tour. He just did a few shows, right?
right. Like stop dates.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know why he didn't set up a tour because
I don't know.
he hasn't been here for a while either, right? So
Right.
he could have set up a tour for smaller venues like, venues with 1,000 people.
Yeah, he
Go from city to city with that. I think he probably could have done well with that. But is that like a management thing or?
I think it's a management thing. I do give Line Entertainment someone that's not attached to the machine. What Line Entertainment did with Sizzla. I mean, where's my chant? What Line Entertainment did with Sizzla at Lido's, there was nobody from our dancehall community at Sizzla. There was nobody. Nobody was there at Sizzla. I'm walking around. It was a completely different crowd, just what we saw at like Kranium. So Lion was able to market Sizzla. So that shows me now. So Sizzla tested this market. He was able I don't know if he sold out Lido's, but there was over 1,000 people there. He was able to bring a big crowd to Lido's without the 500 people from K's. That lets me know that Sizzla in this market could do the House of Blues. Sizzla's bigger than Paradise. Sizzla could do House of Blues, and then Sizzla should be at the pavilion. But it's management. It's I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like the Jamaican artists as a whole, they have a lot of work to do, like on the management level. I feel like a lot of the managers are
Damagers. That's what we used to call them back in. That's what we used to call them back in the 80s and 90s. Damagers.
busy stealing their money, and I don't, I don't know.
Here's Sherwin. Yeah, Sizzla could do 5,000 papers done right.
They need like PR. They need, I don't know. The artist needs a lot. Like, rather than just, going into the booth recording and then just doing some shows, like they need more. They need more time and attention, to work on their craft, work on their, I don't know, personalities and how they interact with fans and media houses. Like a lot of them don't even know how to interview properly, which that's why Cartel, is kind of on a different tier, different level, because he knows how to articulate himself very well. So
Cartel, if he continues where he's at, if Cartel continues on trajectory that he's on, Cartel is going to be removed from the dance hall genre. You heard it here first. Cartel is very close to being a pop icon. That's where Cartel is heading, because Cartel's going to eat Sean. No disrespect to Sean Paul. I love Sean Paul. Hold on a second here. Where is it? I love Sean Paul. I was with you at the pavilion. I love you. You're great. No disrespect. You were the first person that I put on iTunes. I love you. I think you're amazing. But Sean Paul's removed from reggae, and he's like a pop icon. But even though Sean Paul is dirty, like his lyrics is crazy. He doesn't he's moved out of the dancehall realm and he's pop. Cartel is a legit pop star. When I saw him on Kai Cenat the other night, drinking rum and carrying on, Cartel is gonna be the nigga lives in Miami now. He ain't going back to Gaza. It's over.
So.
It's over. He's a pop icon. So who's gonna be next? Who's gonna take the king of dancehall spot? Because Cartel is no longer the king of dancehall. Cartel's no longer dancehall. That
Bobby,
motherfucker.
no. You're
No,
doing too much.
no, he's gone. He's gone. If Cartel continues on what he's
No,
doing,
he
he's
hasn't even
gone.
been home for a year yet. Like,
You see what he's doing though?
I see a lot of work.
A lot of work.
People had 13 years to do something. No? And he already knew. He was like, all right, it's a strong possibility I could be getting out like a year from now. And he started putting in the work from behind bars while everybody was just chilling, you know? So, and now they all get to sit and watch. Like, no, don't sit and watch. Put in the work so that you can eat too. Get, because of him, everybody's eating right now.
Yeah.
Because after the whole hype that Valiant had and everything, it died down so fast. Like, it died down as quick as it rose up. So, and then everything was just quiet. So.
They're gone. The Valiants. Croft is only alive, and I respect Croft. Croft, I love you. I love you. Hold on a second. Croft, you called me the vampire. I respect you a lot. You call me the vampire.
Kraft
That's
is
my name.
he's a Kraft. Listen, don't sleep on Kraft.
I'm not sleeping, but Croft
has crossover potential because of his look, like the whole gothic thing.
Yes.
The way that he performs, like he has really good crossover potential to reach other fans and different type of people that's into that music but not of the same background. So
I would agree with you. Because Croft, unlike any other, like I said, if you and you'll see it, right? Because you're rolling with me. You'll start to see it. You will start to see, okay, they're a Jamaican, they're not going anywhere. They're a Jamaican and they're stupid. You'll see it. It sounds crazy now, but once you start going backstage and you start meeting people, listen to how they talk and what's going on, you be all like, yeah, that artist ain't going nowhere. Croft showed up for sound check. His team was like super dope. They gave me full access. Croft is reachable. He took the sound check very seriously. So that lets me know that Croft, he's moving away from being a place. He's separating himself from the Valiants and everybody else who's in that circle. And he's rolling with Cartel. So I agree with you. You're right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like,
You're right.
performance was short. It was 15 minutes, but I could tell, like, one, he had more in him. He wasn't done. He could have went another 15 minutes on top of that easily because he sings out his songs. He was not cutting his songs after 20, 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? He was really like singing it out and performing it. Like, So I think he has great potential, and people got to look out for him. So if he
Yeah,
gets the right opportunity, and like you said, his management team sounds like they're doing a pretty good job, I think he's gonna do big things. So
yeah.
yeah,
It's Bounty and Beanie. What the? Here's the clock. Clock's ticking. What the fuck are y'all gonna do?
I don't know. The Eagles, I don't know if they could survive a whole tour together. I feel like they could probably do a few shows, but I don't know.
They have to, because Cartel's gonna eat their food.
Yeah, they got to look at the opportunity and just put everything else, on pause. Put it to the side.
And you know who's lurking in the background? In the grass. Hiding in the grass. Capleton. Capleton is hiding in the grass.
So would
He's,
Capleton and Sizzla make a good pair?
I don't know. I think they're I don't quote me wrong, but is their Rastafarianism different sex? It seems like their Rastafarianism is different sex. I don't know.
I
I
have.
could be crazy.
I'm
I
the
could be
last.
crazy.
I'm
I
the
don't know.
last person to ask that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a fashion dread, Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know
Okay.
nothing about that.
We're not gonna kill you.
Dark stars and white snow like coffee stove.
We're not gonna kill you, but I would love to see Sizzla and Capleton. That's another one. Sizzla and Capleton with a band is unstoppable.
The bigger picture here is dancehall and reggae united is
Jesus Christ.
unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
If they had been working together a long time ago, how Cartel wouldn't have never talked to half of these people before he got locked up, right?
Right.
Now he's bringing them all on tour with him. Like if that was being done a long time ago, they wouldn't have been struggling for so long. Everybody would have been making so much money. Like
I am broke because the genre's broke. Because I was one of the pioneers in the genre when it comes to media. There was no social media. The iPhone is only 16 years old. So 16 years ago, you needed Bobby Shakes to take your picture or somebody else or D-Bass to take your picture, right? Now we have iPhones, right? So this has only happened in the last 16 years, right? So Cartel's been locked up for 13 years. The iPhone is only 3 years older than Cartel being locked up, right? So that just lets you know how technology has shifted and where shit is right now. And it's like we need to figure this out. Like the genre should be bigger than what it is. Because I'm gonna say this, and this is another hot take,
I
but
agree.
there is no hip hop artist on the world, no hip hop artist in the world that's bigger than Bounty Killer globally. That's bigger than Beanie globally. That's bigger than Cartel global. I think Massacre, who's a brand new artist, is bigger than any hip hop artist right now.
Bigger than a Drake?
Of course, you think they're playing Drake in some parts of Africa?
I think so.
I don't think so. Maybe because I'm a Jamaican racist, you know. But I
I
don't.
can't wait. I can't wait till Cartel goes to Africa. That's gonna be.
That's
Oh my God. We think that here's a crowd. 20,000 is nothing.
20,000 is nothing. We're talking 100,000 people.
That's gonna be like a Bob Marley moment. Remember when Bob Marley went?
That's what I'm saying.
I cannot wait for that. That's gonna
He's
be like something to watch. That's gonna go down in history. I'm telling you.
he's becoming a pop star.
They can't wait.
That's 100,000. That's 200,000 people. And
There's billions of people in Africa. Like it's gonna be bananas.
and
Like
all you
I hope
Africans,
that I'm here to witness that.
you will. It's
I wish I
coming.
could actually be in Africa, but but
Shit, that's why we got to get this podcast rolling. So motherfuckers like giving us press passes.
press fast to get on the plane.
Yeah, book us. What was I about to
Mm.
say? If Cartel and Cartel is a genius. This is why he's the king of dancehall, and people can say it whether it's Beanie or not. When you sit Cartel down and you ask him about soca, you ask him about Afro beats, he says this is all black music. So Cartel is setting the stage to fuck with Burna Boy and whoever the fuck is doing Afro beats in Africa. He's setting the stage. He's not fighting Afro beats. He's working with
Like,
it.
would you burn that bridge right there?
Burn that bridge.
Yeah.
Africa, just the thought of it.
That whole nation is crazy.
You trying to tell me Buju and Burna Boy what the fuck that would have done in Africa? And I get it. African music is, you know,
It's happy music.
yeah, it's happy music with no,
What substance?
I wouldn't say substance because they're artists, but with no political value. Like when I listen to Bounty Killer, like I remember when I was in Jamaica at Santa Cruz and Down in the Ghetto was just released, and I'm in Santa and I'm listening to it. And we're, you know how you go and you're in the center and they have the tape man playing the tapes, and the
No,
tape man is, you don't, you know,
no.
I forgot she's from Uptown, but well down in the ghetto, like there's a tape man and he's playing all the tapes, and outside we're in front of Juicy Beef. I go into Juicy Beef and I buy a rack, and we're just eating patties and we're listening to Down in the Ghetto, and I'm just looking around and I cried because I'm just looking at Santa and I'm like, shit, what that motherfucker is saying on record, and I'm living it right now in Jamaica. Afrobeats doesn't give you that.
Because it's happy music.
I know, but
It's taking them away from what the reality is, you
I get
know?
you're right.
Just to be happy. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like there's enough of the Bounty Killer songs or whoever. Like I'm good with the happy African music. Like,
You're right. See,
oh, that's the role that they're playing, and it's fine.
see, you see, Star, she's smarter than me. Star's gonna get the press pass to Africa. They'll be like, yo, that nigga Bobby Shakes is dissing Africa. Fuck him. See, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. But you're right. But he's playing the role perfectly to set up Africa. I know Cartel's move before he knows his move. I'm just watching the game. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is gonna shell down Africa, and Bounty Killer and all them niggas that diss Afro beats, they won't be able to get the same love. Crazy.
Oh, I found the lineup.
Let's hear it.
It's Freedom Street. So this is actually all right. So it's another extension of Freedom Street.
Okay.
Freedom Street, Europe. So it's gonna be 2 days.
Jesus.
I think so. He's setting it up because he said he's doing a 2-day festival in Jamaica in December as well. So this must be the test in Europe. So 2-day shows, 2 different set lists. So it's gonna be Spice, Dexter Daps,
Jesus.
Shensia, Jada Kingdom, Skang, Tommy Lee, and Chronic Law. Yeah. And it's already sold out. So and this show is it's in the summertime and it's sold out already. So
Jada fucking Kingdom. I saw Jada Kingdom. She was at Leaders. Were you there?
yes, I saw her. So I'm sorry, it's not the summer, September. And this sold out like a month ago.
So that means he has a lot of work left in the United States, because we're not even May yet, still April. So if he's doing,
going to Europe in July as well, because he's on the Wireless tour with Drake.
Oh, with Drake.
Yeah.
And look what he said to Drake, right? Look how he said he likes Drake over Kendrick Lamar. Like the nigga, he's not a fucking dunce. He's positioning himself to get the bag while everybody else in Jamaica, these artists are not positioning themselves to get the bag. Like Bounty and Beanie, you gotta come and get the bag. The bag is here. You guys gonna let cartels scrape up all of the money off of the street?
Bobby,
What
they
the
was clowning him and saying, "Oh, he's gonna make himself get washed up quick because he was making too many videos. He was on social media too much." You know, they thought, oh, he's gonna make what they call it. He's gonna come on out to himself. Like everybody's gonna already get so used to see him, nobody's gonna go to the show. So I was just like, what? That's not what he's doing. Like he's making his fans get reacquainted with him. He's been gone for 13 years. And he's talking to the new fans, like the ones you said that never saw him, you know, or he's a new artist to them, like the Kai Sanats, and because they're really young, so but they didn't see the bigger picture.
and I like to pride myself of being a dancehall expert. I was one of those people saying, yo, what the fuck is he doing? Like, why doesn't he just hide and chill and take it slow? But I was wrong.
I
That's
loved
why
it.
that's why I'm not a billionaire.
I loved it. I saw what he was doing from the jump, and I loved it. I'm like, he's been gone for so long. Like, he took his time. You see, he already knew that he was probably leaving Jamaica, so that's why he went around the whole island and party with everybody, bought everybody, you know. We gave them Freedom Street, so they can't complain and say he just left them. So
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020. I didn't see it when it was happening. You saw that it was happening, but now I can look back at it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go around, go to every pan that's knocking in Jamaica, all the clubs, do all of that, give them Freedom Street, and what's under my mouth? I'm out. I'm out.
yeah. We also got the first release of the rum. So yeah,
Yeah.
putting in work. I'm wondering. I'm like, does he sleep? Like, and this team, crazy. That's a like having the right team. Remember when Cardi B first came out?
Right.
Her team was, that's how she got so big, because she had such a strong team, like, and that makes such a big difference. So that's what a lot of the artists should be looking at. You need to start looking at your inner circle and looking at your team, like, who's your manager, who's your PR person, who's your road manager, like all those things, they all work together. So you need a strong team. So
You're right. Because like, just my Jamaicans, they're looking at the money that cartel's making, but it's not the money you should be looking at. It's like what you just said. Who's around them?
yeah.
Because how come Popcorn is not? Popcorn is the next biggest thing in Jamaica, but he can't get out of his way. And I could say this honestly because when I did Sting, the Sting before Sting was canceled, I was down in Jamaica with Popcorn, and we get to the gate, and there's about
100 man.
There was about maybe 30 of us,
Mm.
and we're trying to get into Sting, and we got and I'm with my camera, and I'm fighting with security with Popcorn at Sting. But I was young back then. Well, I probably wasn't young. I was probably like 40.
I mean, still young.
Yeah, but you're in Jamaica, you're in the vibe. Everybody got this, everybody's in Clarks, our faces screwed up. When you get down to Jamaica, automatic turn into a bad man. You know how it is. I don't know what happened. The air, I'm with, you know, you know. And we're arguing with security and we're fighting security and we push past security and we get into the show. And Genius was like, yo, Bobby, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're from fucking Boston. What the fuck are you doing? Nigga, you're fucking English. What the fuck? You could have did that shit at K's. Why the fuck you get on a plane, fly to Miami, fly to Jamaica to come into Jamaica and get no fight at Sting? But Popcorn did the same exact bullshit. So when everybody was saying that Popcorn was right, what he said to Scatter, it's the same exact play. But Popcorn was a smaller artist then, so it was only 30 of us. Now he's a bigger artist, is 100. And that Popcorn gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to be 300, 400, 600, 7,000 people fighting. So he's just, he can't get out of his way. And it's sad because,
I mean, when he fly out, he can't fly out with 30 people. So
right. So,
you
but
know,
Popcorn is next. And
you
I said
can't
this,
tame him. That's the problem, you know.
Unruly Boss, right? You got to
Tame.
change that name. That name is killing him.
But maybe it seemed like he's okay with the way things are. Like he doesn't want to get any bigger. So
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, if I was a dancehall artist in Jamaica and I'm watching Cartel, I would feel a little salty. Just human nature. No
I
disrespect.
would feel small. I
I
would
would,
feel like, am I even trying right now?
right.
Like they left him for dead though. Remember when Intense laughed and dissed him and said that he's old, he's washed up, nobody listened to his music no more, and he's not coming out. So now he's eating those words. Like, where is Intense?
It's coming to Boston, I heard. Case Oasis for 200 people. I mean, I'm just joking. I don't know.
But like, yeah, a lot of them eating their words. It's just like they're just looking with the rest of us.
Right.
Like, you
Which
know
is
what I'm saying?
sad
Yeah.
because
They can only dream of somebody paying $3,000 to go see them for one ticket, you know?
yeah, you're right. I never thought of it that way, but you're right. Like Bounty and Beanie's no
And
different from me and you. We're watching it. All of us is just watching it real time, even though they're the big artists and they're in the industry and they know they have the inside track. They're watching just how we're watching it.
mhm.
And it doesn't affect us because we're fans of the music, but for them,
And it's like if you have something to say you're hating, you look bad because he's killing it with the whole, the God is the greatest, the whole positivity, you know. Let's just be happy to be alive, be with family, like, And it's just how can you hate on that message that he's spreading,
he's figured it out. I don't know. I
He
don't
had
know
13 years to figure it out.
if 13 years to figure it out. And I don't know if he's on the God thing for real. I don't know. It's none of my business. But all I can say is Cartel has figured it the fuck out.
Mm.
He's figured it the fuck out. And I don't know when these other niggas are gonna figure it out.
Yeah. I play that song, God is the greatest. I play that song every day. You know, I play that song all the time. And I really listen to the lyrics, listen to the words, and I'm like, yo, I feel it. I feel it right here. Like
And,
I feel the message in that song.
and I think another genius move is the fact that he's a one burner now.
Yeah.
So
And then the type of wife I love Shorty, but that was necessary. She, yes, that was necessary. It wouldn't have come off the same way right now. So
one burner, you know that as a Jamaican, you know, you gotta have 100 women. He's a one burner. He has a wife. So women love that shit. Like black women love black women looking out like to see powerful black love moving forward. I know she's white or whatever, but
she
women like to
embraced the culture. Wow.
women like to see. I mean, that's why everybody loves Obama and Michelle, right? Because it's like it's black love, it's black empowerment. They don't want their black man with baby mamas all over the place.
He's kissing her on
It's,
camera.
Right. It's
Like these Jamaicans don't do that. You see them with their wives and stuff, but they don't give them that type of attention. You know, they barely bring them out. Once in a while, you'll see their wife come out, but she's there backstage. She's on the stage. She's on the tour bus. She's picking him up from the club while he's drunk. Like,
yeah, it's
you know, it's like real. It's like you know them. Like, you know, those that's my auntie and my uncle. Like, that's how it feels, and it just makes me. I'm happy for their happiness. You know, so
and that's a good thing.
yeah. Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice. I can hear your happiness, and that happiness is gonna drive you. If you have 3 grand, you're gonna pay that 3 grand. Yeah.
Exactly. If I had it, I would. Yep.
Right.
No hesitation.
But I'm not gonna pay 3 grand to the whole Batiman and Pussy shit. I'm just not gonna play that. I would like to, but I'm not. It's gonna be very hard for me to pay that 3 grand. But if I'm hearing God is the greatest and you're kissing your wife, it's
Listen to what. All right, Freedom Street before it even got this expensive. $500 on the infield. Like you got. First of all, Cartel was on stage for almost 4 hours.
right.
You know, but then I got to see Spice, Skeng, Tommy Lee, Chronicler, Popcorn, Eddie G. Bomber, both his sons, Sean Stam. Um, there was tons of celebrity. Jamal, that so many. What's his name?
Buster Rhyme,
Buster Rhymes. The guy from Africa, Shatawale.
right.
Like you got all of that for $500. You know, like it was just in the production. Like for Jamaica was like extraordinary. Yeah, I said popcorn. Yeah, the production alone, like the stage, like it was it a square or a circle? So it went all the way around the stage. I don't think can grasp how big the stage was. It was huge, Bobby. It was
Really,
yes, and this big giant screen. So no matter the other people that was in the bleachers and stuff, they could see him clearly. Like the stage was huge, and it was nice and clear. And then all the DJs, like just and the alcohol was so affordable. Like the Freedom Street, the one bottle of Freedom Street was only $7,000 for the bottle of rum. They didn't kill. They already knew you spent so much money buying the ticket, and the drinks were also inclusive. They have inclusive drinks, but if you wanted to buy a whole bottle, they were not. They did not kill you at the bar with the price. It was very reasonable. There was so much food. There's food vendors like inside, and they have food vendors like outside. Like just the stadium, it was beautiful. Like and at first I was worried that so many people in one place. These are all Gaza fans that come from the Garrison. Somebody's gonna get into a fight or something crazy is gonna happen. But from the moment you walked into the stadium, not even no, from the moment we got on the bus, even that part, they had parking lots set up where you can park for free as a ticket holder. Then you
really,
go on the shuttle, yeah, you go on the shuttle and the shuttle takes you to the stadium. And then you get into your lines and then you go inside. And just from that moment you get there, everybody was just in good spirits. Everybody was happy. Like you get on the field, everybody was in a good mood because there was 40,000 real fans, not just spectators or somebody
right,
just going because you're spending hundreds of dollars. You're not going to spend $500 to see somebody you're not a fan of.
right,
So that's why I respected the price point. Make it was out of range for a lot of people, but it's just like you had to be a true fan to really spend that type of money. And that's what made the experience even better because everybody around was a true fan. Everybody was happy in a good mood. We was all partying together. It was so fun. Like I'm always gonna remember that. Even when I'm 90, I could tell my grandkids like how, I went to Carter came out of jail. We went to that big Freedom Street concert at the stadium in freaking Kingston. Like the experience, like I don't know. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Like, and I went with my friends too, like that. And my friend's his fiance, she's not even Jamaican, and she was like, "That's the best concert she's ever been to."
Jesus.
Like, we was out there for 6 hours on the field, because we got there early, like 2 hours before the show started. We had our lawn chairs, we sat down in the chairs for a while, and then, of course, when Cartel came out, I was up on my feet dancing. Like I had such a good time. Like I don't know. I go out for experiences. I go out to have fun. That's why I don't go places where I don't want to go because it's like if I don't have a good time, that just ruins it for me. So if you see me out, I'm out to have a good time, and it was great. And I wish I could have been at the New York one just to be in there with all the people. Like that's kind of the best. That's one of the best parts of the concert. But yeah, I was happy to experience that. It was worth like every penny, and from that concert, every party that they had in Jamaica leading up to the concert and like the day after, the same day, they all sold out because there was so many people on the island.
Right.
Everybody made money. Like the island was in a frenzy. Like it was the place to be. So yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, it's
That's why he's the king right now, Bobby, because it's the impact that he's making. Like, you know, you gotta think about that word impact. Like it's a big deal. So
and that is why me and Marvin got to an argument on the you guys should go and watch that podcast or that stream. Yeah, this is not a podcast, this is a stream. That's the new talk. Stream. Podcast is for old people. Go back and watch the stream. But and that is why I hold Bounty to that standard because Bounty has a lot of impact too. I know Beanie Man is great. I don't see where Beanie Man has that
not impactful,
societal
like
impact. He's not great artist. We're not dissing anybody. We're not dissing everybody because we want press passes to cover everybody.
he's a
But
selfish artist though.
be
He's for
careful. We want
self.
press
That's
pass.
what. Well, sorry. He's a great artist, but yes, when it comes to impact, I don't really think Beanie Man on that level. Not to say he's not impactful at all, but it's just like you said, when you say Bounty, every artist has something positive to say or something good, and you can see the level of respect that everybody has for Bounty. Like it's like he's definitely the 5-star general, like they say.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a great time to be alive, Robbie.
Great time to be alive. Great time to be Cranium. I see Cranium. Cranium could be Cranium. There's space for Cranium to be next. There is
Yeah.
definitely space for Cranium to be next. He just needs a live band, and I mean he's got it. The fans. Where's this
And
video?
Massacre.
And Massacre too.
Like Massacre could be next. He has like a really good catalog. So if he can just put that together. He had a little trial run at Reggae Sumfest. Was it last year? He performed for almost an hour.
Really?
Yes, he did. So that means he's capable. He's definitely able to do it. Yeah, he performed for almost an hour at Reggae Sumfest. And the feedback was really positive and good. So
Every night, she gon' pop.
good. So he should be able. That's like no, he should be able to tour on his own, and then have people come on under him if he can perform for almost an hour. as a dancehall artist. So, you know, that's very rare these days. We only been getting, I feel like we've been so used to the 15 minutes
Hold
that
on a second, just play that in the background because I think this is very important for people to see. If you're an artist, this is important. But go ahead, Star.
us, I feel like we've been so used to the 15 minutes that it almost became normal. Like, I don't know if Cartel didn't come out, if I didn't go to a Cranium show, if who did I see before this that also performed for
So you saw Cranium, you saw Croft, you saw
somebody else performed like a good
you saw
amount?
Vague, you saw Serrani. What else have you seen? You saw Jada Kingdom, you saw Valiant, you saw Molly Don, right?
Mm, yeah,
Um,
those are all short performances.
Chronic Law performed for fucking
Yeah, his
Chronic Law performed.
yeah, and plus he brought people with him, which that was great. That he gave us more of a show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that he's like a hardcore artist. Um, 450.
I didn't see that. That's before my time. I've only been back for
450
100 days.
was really good. I wanted more. Like 450 is pretty good. That that's Dexter Dapp's son, little brother. Um,
Did you go to Dexter Daps?
no, I didn't. I still have not seen Dexter Dapp's live. So
Star, Star, you're missing. You went to Cass?
no, I haven't seen Cass.
So you haven't been to a reggae show all year. You haven't been to a reggae show yet. Well, you went to your first reggae show, Cranium.
Yeah, I have
Yeah, you
not.
got to start going to reggae shows. You got to, yeah, we got to get you.
Yeah, I'm
You
a
got to go.
dancehall lover. Can't help it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stop. No disrespect to anybody else, but the 15
But
minute.
I almost want to start picketing and boycotting this 15-minute performance minute, like maximum. Like it's just like no, I'm not going for it. Like we deserve more. I feel like they're getting paid whatever their asking price is like 15 minutes. That I don't know. We got to do better.
Um, are we unrealistic when it comes to these artists? Like, do you really think that these young artists could really give us more than I mean, to perform for 15 minutes? Have you ever been in a fist fight?
No, I haven't bothered.
Have you trained fighting at all?
No.
Well, I almost made it in the UFC. I fought the guy in UFC 6.
Oh wow.
When you're in the ring and you're throwing punches for 3 minutes, it feels like you've been fighting for 100 years.
Hmm.
These young artists just doesn't have the toolkit to perform for an hour. They just don't have the music.
I don't need an hour. I don't even
Okay.
need 45 minutes. But I think there was a time I remember when I first started going to dancehall shows in Boston. The minimum time, it was 30 minutes. That was the thing. And people were complaining about the 30 minutes. So I don't know how the 30 got cut in half to 15. Like I don't, it's crazy to me. So I feel like, can we go back to the 30? Like, they should be able to do 30 minutes, Bobby.
I don't think
You're getting 50 grand as a young artist. I'm paying $80 to come see you. Like, 30 minutes shouldn't be a lot to ask for. Cranium was, how much was Cranium? $45.
Cranium was 45 fucking dollars. It was 55 bucks if you did the whole Ticketmaster with their fees and shit. But if you went to the box office at the show, it was $45 to come in at a venue. Show started like Genius went over a little bit because Cranium was supposed to be on stage at 9:55. I think Cranium got on stage around 9:58. And this is just me just being a stickler, right? Like Genius went over 3 minutes. But so technically, Kranium was 3 minutes late, right? He's supposed to go on stage at 9:55, but he was on stage at 9:58 on time.
Yeah.
His thing, encore, and then he did this. He did this, and this video is nowhere near even done. There's another 10 minutes left of this video of him doing all of this,
And he was sick.
and he was sick, and everybody in there got COVID. But it's look at the interaction. This is
I know. That's why by the time he got backstage, it's time for my picture. He
oh
was
yeah,
like,
he was
oh
not
my God.
he was not having it. He's like,
He
what the
was over it.
yeah,
But
he was
I still got my picture.
you still got your picture.
Yes. One of them was not good though. I made the guy delete it. Because that camera definitely added on 25 pounds to me.
Oh yeah, I shot you with the fisheye. I go, she's not that Star is not gonna like the fisheye lens.
Don't, Bobby.
I know Star is definitely not gonna like the fisheye lens. I'll bring up the straight lens because
Yeah,
you guys are
please.
so used to the straight lens now from
Yeah.
real time. But
Yes.
this is the only thing that could stop Cranium is Cranium, and I don't think Cranium is gonna stop Cranium. Here's Sherwin. I love Sherwin. He's yeah.
Right, Sherwin, this was free.
This is free. So here's the thing, and so
And I don't even
Sherwin,
think it was planned because
yeah. So
he came back out.
there was only supposed to be a 10-minute, a 10-person meet and greet. I don't know where the fuck they were gonna get the 10 people from, but there was only a 10-person. This was at Paradise Rock Club in Boston, Gina. So yeah, like Sherwin said, you have to pay extra for the meet and greet. So Genius was trying to organize the meet and greet to get the 10 girls backstage to meet Cranium. Those were probably the 10 people that was upstairs waiting for Cranium to come.
Yeah, we was waiting for a minute.
Yeah, right? So you're waiting for the meet and greet. He did a meet and greet for a half hour.
Yeah.
A half hour meet, and this is free. And Genius was all like, shit, I'm not paying for this. And that's it. Also, Cranium's kind of American, which is true. So yeah, respect for our money, a little bit more. Yeah, Cranium is a Jamaican that's not a Jamaican. And Star, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna be all like, yo, man, why are these artists like this? I mean, he gets the big picture. My only problem with Cranium is he needs a live band. He gets a live band, it's fucking over. And he's never performed
I
in
don't care
Jamaica.
about a band, to be honest.
No, you need a band. You need a band because these white people will spend their 401k to see a reggae artist with a band. We're just used to the DJ.
I remember that part of the show. I think he was like 7, 8 songs in, and then the rhythm dropped for the next song. I can't remember what the song was, but the crowd got excited, and he stopped and looked. He was like, "Yeah, I got hits, nigga." Like,
that's what he said.
Yeah, and I thought about that. Like, he can keep going. Like, you know, he don't have just 2 songs. So, but yeah, it was a fun show. I had such a good time. And I didn't have no edibles, you know, just had my 2 drinks. I had a good time. I had a really great time.
Had your little press pass.
Yeah, I love the VIP treatment. Like, I'm spoiled now. You can't put me back with the commoners, Bobby. You can't do it to me.
Commoners?
I'm sorry.
You said
Listen,
commoners? They're gonna fucking kill you tomorrow on Facebook.
you're rubbing off on me.
Yeah, yeah. You know how I am with. You know
Uh,
how I am.
I'm just playing,
Yeah,
okay?
you're right though.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
it's
being
a
cute.
it's a different experience. It's an experience where you have to. We can't do this anymore. Um, but here's the problem, and we've been talking for 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Oh
People,
my God.
this has been dance hall fucking college.
Way more than I planned to.
Yes, and you were kind of hesitant tonight. You were
Because
kind of
that's
hesitant.
me. I'm like, I don't want to bore the people
Yeah,
by
you were kind of
myself.
hesitant, but you gotta trust me. You gotta trust me.
So
The problem with these young artists nowadays is, and I come from, and Pachi said this the other day that I'm stuck in 3 C's. I'm not stuck in 3 C's. I'm not stuck in the 90s. I'm I
Jesus.
want shit to be correct. The reason these artists used to travel with the sound, so used to DJ on the sound, right? So if you were Croft, if we were to take Croft and bring him back to the early 2000s and the 90s and the 80s, he would be traveling with Stone Love, sharpening his skill set, right? So he's doing 15-20 minute sets, DJs mixing live, the mix, boop, 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 you know what I'm saying? So they're mixing and they're performing and they're working on their craft. Now we got to understand as fans is you record on your microphone. Like this microphone right here is this microphone that I'm talking on has filmed. This is the same microphone they use in movies, right? So I could bring this into Pro Tools and I could lay down a track.
I need one of those because my
Yeah,
voice, you know.
yeah, you need one of these. $1,000.
I got a microphone,
Yeah, we got to get your mic.
I got
So
a regular one.
you got to plug it in. So I can record, go into Pro Tools, get a little hot song, put it on iTunes, and the place shell. Pay some people to stream my video, pay TikTok, and then boops, my little song in Jamaica now shelling down the place. So now people want to book me because I have a hot song. I haven't had a chance to work on my performance. I think that's the problem with dancehall. We have to go back to the fundamentals. Patchy, we have to go. Dancehall cannot move forward if we're not doing the shit we were doing back in the
Do it
90s
the
and
right
80s.
way.
Got to
Yeah.
do that shit the right way.
Because they're crashing. Prime example, that chubby one, Big Duns, is that his name? What's his name?
Oh,
The chunky one, man, that did the freestyle, and then the freestyle got popular, like it went viral, and
I
then
don't know.
all the artists kept bringing him when they was going around doing shows. They brought him on stage with him. Yeah, Big Duns, and he had the one song, and then the fame flew to his head, and he thought he was this big seasoned artist. Like, he literally only had one song, and he got so cocky. He started demanding that he wants more money, and ever since he asked for the more money, his bookings just dried right up. And right now he's starting over from scratch, starting to do freestyles again, seeing if anybody will book him. But yeah.
Yeah, we need a field trip on Thursdays to Rum Punch in Connecticut. Absolutely. We got to take this on the road. Absolutely. We go to Rum Punch because we have to. Things have to go back to what it is if this culture is going to survive. You have to sharpen your box. Like, you have to, when you cut dub plates, you cannot just send money to Jamaica to this man to cut tune for you. You have to pay the extra money, go down to Jamaica, book the studio session, and watch the artist voice the music, because a dub plate is supposed to be as clean as a record. And a lot of people think I'm crazy when I'm listening to everybody's dub plate whites in Boston. Like, y'all niggas, throw that bullshit in the trash. Your dub plate is supposed to sound like a record. You're supposed to fly down. I know it's going to cost more money. You have to book the studio time, and you have to voice tune in a studio. You can't just have these artists just send you any bullshit and
Doing
then
it
give,
in the car.
yeah, doing it on their fucking iPhone and shit. Because I'm hearing these dub plays, the fidelity is not there. We have to go back to the foundation of where this shit is. You have to build a house on a good foundation. You can't build a house on a weak fucking foundation. I don't understand why is that so hard for everybody to understand. Like, we have to go back to the basics. Once we go back to the basics, the culture could move. And we
I'm
can't walk. Go
just,
ahead.
no. I'm just watching the video and smiling. Like, he's really still out there.
Right. Why the 10 people's upstairs waiting for him. What did you think about DJ Foreign?
Oh, DJ Foreign was really good. He was awesome. He had a lot of energy. I enjoyed his song choices. He controlled the crowd. He was good. He was
And
good.
that was,
Definitely a show DJ. Was really good.
and that was I thought CJ did good too.
Yeah, CJ actually was pretty good. Yep.
CJ did his thing. My cousin did his thing. My cousin really doesn't do this shit anymore. My cousin is old and tired.
He
And
was it was funny.
he was funny though, right? With the girl dancing.
It was funny.
And I spoke to him after the show. We had a long talk Sunday. And we just talk about dancehall. And I'm like, yo, dancehall is back, bro. Like, and I get it. And that's what I get with Cypress and Ghetto and everybody else. They're like old and tired. I'm old and tired, but this right now is a golden era. And this is our chance, because
Yeah,
we have the foundation, we have
yeah.
the knowledge, and we could surpass all of these people. This is our time. And it's fucked up because we gave so much to this culture, and this culture, we didn't make any fucking money. But Cartel's making this money now.
Yeah. So
Here's,
it's a good time. You got to capitalize on it. So
this is it.
see the opportunity, put in the work now. Put something together. Cypress, Ghetto, get those headshots. Those professional headshots.
Headshots. It's
Get some business cards.
this
Start
is
promoting yourselves for bookings and stuff out there.
start recording the dance. Like, what the fuck?
Yes, dancehall is now. There's other people that intrigued by dancehall, and so you guys are the pioneers.
You gotta get this shit. Here's a clip of
She gon'
CJ.
pop and I ask me, baby, you want to what? When I have a CJ, you know you want me. Benalina, but CJ say, where you at? Boom, boom, I'm a squeeze that Sonia. Anybody ever go to New York before? Let me know that family. This man from 90s, pull up. When I over there.
I mean, there it is. There it is. Great show. Great fucking show.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have 3 more coming. We have Kess, we have Jay. You're not gonna be here for Damon Marley, Stephen Marley, and look like Sherwin's gonna have to get that ticket because you're gonna be in Jamaica.
Damn, Bobby, it's my business.
Oh shit. I mean, it's a stream. We just talking.
No, I'm having every summer. Well, for the past 2 years, me and my cousins, we came together. We have we throw a party in our community where we're from. So It's called Foreign Link Up.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's July 25th. Yeah, so I got the brunch here, and then a couple days after, I head to Jamaica for that party down there. So
Wow.
yeah.
Now, what are we gonna do? We're gonna read some flyers.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby who? The same Bobby from the 80s. And now you talk about Bobby Shakes, 80s and 90s. Jesus Christ. Don't put my age out there like that. You're talking about me. What are we gonna do? All right, we're gonna run through these things because it's 12:13, black and white. And I get it. I get it. My patois is not that good. Who gives a fuck? I went to good schools. I went to great. My parents sent me to good schools. Pepper Pot, black and white, Saturday, May 3rd.
This Saturday,
This
12
Saturday,
to 6. No, 6 to 12.
6 to 12. But I have what are you doing? I have a Kentucky Derby party.
When?
Saturday is a Kentucky Derby. I gotta get my suit. I gotta get my big hat. I gotta get my mint julep. I'm gonna be gambling on the horses. I probably won't get. I'm gonna try and get the pepper pot before 10. I'm gonna try it, but
Oh, ain't nobody gonna be there
yeah, we're all what?
until 8. So
Wow, Gina just put me out there. Bobby who? The same Bobby from the 80s and 90s.
Kentucky Derby. Is there gonna be a bunch with white people or what?
White people and black people.
Mm.
So if you're free, that's from 4 to 9. So
I don't have no outfit for that, Bobby. I can't show up to that looking like whatever.
yeah, it's gonna be. You have to get an outfit together.
I don't think I have enough time for. Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gina, for remembering me. Yes, this is the same Bobby Shakes from not the 80s, but 90s. 90s. The- 90s.
How old are you, Bobby?
90s.
60?
90s, please. But that's me. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much for coming through. Pepper Pot, Black and White Affair. Then we have Champagne Splash. Now, I love you too. Thank you so much. Where's my song here? Here we go. Champagne Splash, Saturday the 28th. What's this right here? We have Daddy P's, blue, yellow, and black. I for some reason I want to put white in there. I don't know why the fuck I want to do that. That's Saturday, May 10th. And we have Real Recognize Real, May 17th. Spit it out, nigga. Spit it out. And then we have Starstruck,
That's past, Bobby.
April 26th. Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, let me delete that.
And it was postponed. It didn't even happen.
Okay, Linky first. That's passed.
Yes. Oh my
Shit.
gosh. Get it together.
I know, right? I'm old. She says we're both old together. We are growing old together in dancehall, Gina. We are growing old together. Tasha Michelle Promotions presents Pretty in Pink, The Boat Ride, Sunday, June 29th. And then we have here, what else we have here? No. Go ahead.
Melanin. Sunday. It's a Sunday.
Sunday.
Yep. July 20th. Okay. So this is it's a day event. I don't really like doing late parties, but it's 4 to 10 p.m. and it's food inclusive. So tickets are available online right now on Eventbrite for $30. And so the first 25 tickets, you also get a free cocktail with your $30 ticket. So
All right.
yeah.
And that's her brother in the background. A lot of nepotism with Star. She's got her flyers. She's got her brother playing in the background. Fucking crazy. We have Savage, Dancehall Fridays, and Sino, the Black and Anything Affair. Friday, May 16, 2025, DJ Warlock, DJ Burns, and Selector Kareem. Now, I love Selector Kareem, even though people think I don't. DJ Warlock is the god. I have a problem with DJ Burns. He's wearing a Liverpool shirt. I, I, I don't understand why a black man is wearing a Scouser shirt. But DJ Burns, you got to come on the show and we got to talk football because I don't know what's going on. I gotta put you on.
Oh gosh, I ain't coming on there. I'm gonna be quiet that day.
Let me see. I got one more flyer star before I send you to bed.
Yes, Gina, they're all like Caribbean events.
Let me see here. Gina's like, I remember Bobby Shakes from fucking Skycap. Jesus Christ. Let's see what we got here. All right. Here we go. This is what Bobby Shake's going to look like before we head over to Pepper Pot. Saturday, May 3rd, 4 to 9 p.m. Boston Western, the Gazebo Lounge.
Nice.
Drew Nice. I mean, DJ Nice. Is that DJ Nice or Drew Nice? I don't know.
Where are you seeing that?
Music by
DJ Nice. Yep, DJ Nice.
DJ Nice. Kentucky Derby Fly attire. This is it. The Kentucky Derby. We're gonna go to the Kentucky Derby. This is what we're doing, and then we're gonna head over to Pepper Potts thing. I'm gonna be sweaty. By the time I end up at Pepper Potts Black and White, I'm gonna look a mess.
I know, Bobby. Get it together. Go to the bathroom, freshen up.
I don't know how am I gonna do this?
I don't know.
Yeah, Gina. This is
Bring a change of shirt in your car.
yeah. I mean, how am I gonna do this? Because I'm gonna be sweaty. So this is in Quincy. So I gotta go to my mom's house. I gotta shower. And then I gotta go black and white. Because now I'm not wearing a sweater. I got a 3-piece suit I'm wearing to this thing. I need a 3-piece suit with my tie. I don't have a hat because I'm gonna be taking photos, so I can't wear a hat, but this shit's gonna be fucking lit. So Star, I don't know. You may have to change both shirt. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go. So black and white. So what I might do is I might just wear the same as that outfit I wore to
the gala.
To the gala.
Yeah, that will work.
That will work. Because the 3-piece suit that I'm wearing. You want to see my suit? Let me show you my suit.
I didn't know Bobby had more than one dressy outfits. I thought he was like a one suiter. You gotta make the screen bigger because you're tiny right now.
Little 3-piece suit action.
I can't see it, Bobby.
I know you can. Hold on, let me make my screen bigger. Maybe you can see it. This is what I'm wearing. Gotta get it to the dry clean. All right, little 3-piece suit action here.
Okay, all right.
Double breast. And I'm wearing a bright pink Sean John tie. The tie is ridiculous. And then I gotta go and get some stupid looking socks, like some pink and yellow socks with a pair of Jordans.
Oh, you wearing sneakers? Okay.
So then what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna have to go to my mom, shower, and then I'm just gonna wear the same shit I wore to the gala, all black. But I might change my shirt. I do have a shirt with white on the collar and white on the sleeves.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. All right. That was 2 hours and 45 fucking minutes
Oh,
of that.
we
That
keep
was good,
going
man.
over. I said 90. Need to be a 90-minute show.
So much content, right? Like this was good information.
It was dancehall. There's a lot to talk about, you
A lot
know.
to talk about. A lot to talk about. Dancehall's back. And the views stayed consistent.
Okay.
We had 2 people on right now, 11 people, because we didn't promote the show. So we just come on live. That's why you guys just gotta follow us. So we had 2 people. We have 2 people on YouTube, 1 person on Twitch, 2 people on Bobby Shakes, 2 people on Bobby Shakes, the Facebook and the page, and then 3 people on Twitch, Twitter, Elon
Oh,
Musk,
it
whatever.
was more than that on the Facebook page earlier. So
Yeah, the Facebook was kind of crazy earlier.
yeah.
All right, Star. What are we doing? We're out of here, right?
Yes, we out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Another night. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if we see you tomorrow.
Well, it all depends. If we could get Linky first,
Well,
we'll be on.
Sherwin said he's busy, so he's in Jamaica, so it's not gonna be that easy.
So we could probably get Sherwin on the show tomorrow.
I messaged I'm trying to get Cypress on the show too. So we'll see if he responds back.
Yeah, get Cypress.
Yeah. Because this is a good time to bring him in, you know?
Right. Yeah,
Talk
because
about it.
dancehall is back.
Yeah.
Gina, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. Yes, this was Bobby Shakes from the 80s and 90s. Oh, there's Sherwin. We're working tomorrow. Sherwin says, yep.
Is he saying yep to coming on or yep to Cypress? You don't know, but
Sherwin is saying yep to coming on tomorrow. Right? Sherwin, not going to let me down because we have to talk about your show. And if we could get the artist to come on, yes. We've been trying to tie down
Sherwin
Cranium's.
needs better Wi-Fi.
Oh, wow. You're going to put him out like that? That's crazy. That's fucking dirty work. You know what? You're out of here. Let me get her off camera here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Oh, I got to change this picture, put a new picture up. This picture's giving me a lot of trouble at home. Fuck. Thank you so much. Hey, this was 2 hours and 48 minutes of good dancehall talk. Share it, like it. We're trying to make a change, man. And in the background, I love this song. This might be the yeah. I'm gonna take you guys out on this.
The gal, dim sugar. These ginnals are poised to abscond with your wife or baby mother. Forget this summer. Now you drunk my yard if you slumber. I'm if you kill her with lumber. Crosses, girl make